Wala'ah, Ya Yashun, Shawamar, Ya Sha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayallah, Yahweh, Ashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaadka, Wabawaatka, Mayatha, Wa'id, Iwalam.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
The 83rd Psalm in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Takarash, wa Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Wabiyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Imaka, Ya'irayamwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Ya'itazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magolia, Wala'ah, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'Allah, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa'itazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Bariyath, Yakarathwa, Aholia, Adawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabor, Wa'aimawan, Wa'aimalak, Palashat, Aimyashabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadin, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Banakal, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan, Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Arama, Shayatamwa, Nadayab Mawa, Kayarab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazol, Mana'ai, Kalnasaya Kamwa, Ashor, Amarwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Af, Na'awaf, Alahayam, Alahaya, Sayatamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raha, Kaash, Tabia Ira, Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Tharadapma, Basa Irika, Wabasa, Wapafka, Tabahalam, Mala'ah, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabaholwa, Aid, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadayawa, Kayata, Shemka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kal Ha'aratazar.
Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison. which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Ah and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high of all the earth.
Isupk, which means to be seated.
So we're gonna pick up. Most High Christ, we're gonna pick up from where we left off last week. We're gonna be in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and we're gonna begin at verse 32. All right. So Baba Kushah, Yanazar is gonna start it off by reading us 7 verses in the Hebrew and then translating into the English, and we're gonna do that, consecutively for the rest of the Sabbath service. We're gonna start with 7 verses.
Okay, come on, come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 32 in the Hebrew. Kaya Magapan Saddam Gapanam Wama Saddam Math Mashadamath Amara Adabamwa Inabia Rawash Ashakalath Mararath Lamwa. Verse 33. Kamath Hanayanam Yayanam Waraash Pakanyam Akazar. Verse 34. Hawa'a Kamam Imadia Kathum Wa'ataza Rathia Ba'awath Atazar Rathia. Verse 35. Lawa Naquam Washalom La'ith Samawat Ragalam Kaya Kwara Wab Yawum Ayadam Wakash Ifadath Lamwa. Water, sir. Appreciate it. Verse 36. Kaya Yadayan Yahweh Amwa Wa'al Ibadyawa Yatha Nakam Kaya Yara'ah Kaya Azalath Yad Wa'apum Itazawar Wa'izawab. Verse 37. Wa Amar Ayah Alahayam Alahaya Allah Allah. Allahayam. Allahayim. Wait a minute. Let me get this right. Allahayamwa. 37. Allahayamwa. Allahayamwa. Yeah, Allahayamwa, right? Allahayamwa.
That's what I'm trying to show you. So what you want to do is scroll down. So this is what you're reading from, right? If you put it on forward interlinear, put it on this one. Forward interlinear, right? Good. Scroll down. This will show you the breakdown of it. So you can see the root word. So this is wa, amar, ayah. See, this is it.
Allahayam.
Mawa.
Allahayam mawa. Allahayam mawa. Okay. No sound correct. Allahayam mawa. Says a war. Kasayawa. Bawa. Verse 38 should be the last one, right? Okay. Verse 38. Ashar. Kalab. Zabakyamwa. Let me see if that's right. Zabakyamwa. Yaakolwa. Yashathwa. Yayan. Nasayakam. Yakwa Wamwa. Waya Izarkam. Yahayab. Aliyakam. Sathara. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 32 in the English. For there is of the vine of Sodom, for their vine is of the vine of Sodom, and of the field of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter. Their wine is the poison of dragons and the cruel venom of asp. Verse 34. Is it not this laid up in store with me and sealed up among my treasures? Verse 35. To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. That was verse 35. At the beginning of verse 35. You're talking about the heathen.
Right? Go ahead. To me, what?
To me belongeth vengeance and recompense.
Ooh, wee. What does that mean?
That means the Most High is going to handle them.
That's right. That's right. You know what I'm saying?
Nice
And we're not gonna spend too much time breaking it down. But the reason why I want to just touch on that real quick, man, is because you got simple Negroes, you know, that think that, okay, well, we can go and we can harm the oppressor. We can clip up and get guns. What is the NF what is it, NFC? The NFAC, the Not Effing Around Coalition. We're gonna clip up and get guns and do something to this devil. You must be out of your mind. You know what I'm saying you have lost it, or some more talking about you have no right to my person. I'm what do they say? What do they say? I'm a sovereign. I'm a sovereign entity. You have no right to my person. Meanwhile, they're getting beat upside the head with a billy club like it's 1956. You understand? Like, it's just simple and idiotic. The reality is that vengeance is the Most High's, man. The Most High is gonna serve recompense, because there's nothing that you can do that can harm this oppressor that would actually be adequate for what he's done. The crimes he's committed against humanity are so vast and so vile. There is nothing you can do. Even if you were to find an atomic bomb and drop the biggest megaton neutron bomb on America, that wouldn't be enough for what they've done. Go ahead, Yanazar.
If I may, sir. First of all, you better recognize who he is. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He is the oppressor, man. You understand what I'm saying? In order for you to deal with him correctly, you got to identify him for exactly who he is according to the Bible.
That's right.
Playing around.
John, let the
I'm a sovereign.
that's some rapper I think tried that recently, got beat upside his head. You know what I'm saying? Got his brains beat out. But it's foolishness. Let the Lord do what the Lord does, man. You understand? Just go watch some nature movies, man. Go watch when the damn mudslide destroys, you know what I'm saying, a whole city. You know, go watch when a tsunami sweeps through Japan and kills 500,000 people at one time. You understand? What the Lord can do is far beyond what any of us can do. So guess what? I want the Lord to get vengeance. That's what I want. I want the Lord to do it.
Most High Christ,
all right?
He does it better. If I may, sir.
Please.
Just take a look. Like, I was watching the news, if I may, sir, and like they got this great big dust storm out in the Midwest, man. Like, it's incredible. I never seen nothing like it in my life. Also, they got fires just going up the side of the mountain, burning down rich people's houses. 5 homes, like they can't understand how the fire went up the hill, because that's supposed to be some kind of secure area. I think it's Orange County, California, one of the wealthiest counties in America. Right. Also, in North Carolina, like 5 houses, like cost $500,000. Washed in the water, just came and washed them into the sea, man. You understand? You understand? They got a mad, crazy drought. The 2 most important water sources in the Southwest, in California and Arizona, is at critical low levels, man. Wow. So we about to, if a lot of our food comes from out there, brother. You understand? Like 35% of the produce that we eat in America comes from California.
That's right. That's right.
So y'all better get ready, man.
I'm right. General Commander General put out that list, what, a year and a half, 2 years ago, about how to prepare for this. You better prepare. You better get them canned goods. You know what I'm saying? And bring some into the school while you at it. You know what I'm saying? So when brothers and sisters, we can have a central locations. All you brothers and sisters in your zones, man. That's what we doing out here in all the zones. Start stocking up on food, man. Get you a freezer. Start putting stuff in there, man. Some of you sisters, you got EBT, you got WIC, you got extra funds, man. If you only need 2 cans for the house, but the WIC says you can get 3, and just stock up, so we can, you know what I'm saying, save these things, stockpile these things for our people, so we can feed ourselves, man. Rough times are coming, and we better show some love to each other. Keep reading, brother.
Their foot shall slide in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand. And the things that shall come upon them make haste. Verse 36. For the Lord shall judge his people and repent himself for his servants, when he seeth that their power is gone and there is none shut up or left. Meaning that when we get to the point where we got nothing to move with, when we at our lowest, man, that's when the Most High is going to return for vengeance on these people. And we are at that point right now. We have no power in this kingdom at all, man. Everything that we strove for the last 50 years is actually nothing, man. It's worthless. Voting rights. They actually have seduced our women into fighting over whether they could kill their babies or not. You know? You know. All right, Salakia, sir.
Well, you keep going.
Verse 36. Verse 37. And he shall say, where are their gods? Their rock in whom they trusted. Where is their gods? That's what they're going to say. That's what the Most High is going to say. Verse 38. Which did eat the fat of their sacrifices and drink the wine of their drink offerings. Let them rise up and help you and be your protection. Okay? If I may, sir, like I just remember that video when in India they was dumping all their gods in the water. Yeah. That's what that reminds me of. So I get verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive.
Man, y'all better highlight that, man. This is one of my favorite scriptures right here. This is so One West. This is just so masculine. You understand? This goes right along with the scripture that says a precept that goes with what? Where the Lord said he's a man of what? Of war. You understand? Read that part again. You
I don't want con, sir. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with
like,
me.
is that verse 39?
You're
supposed to stop at 38. It's no sweat though. So we got something to look forward to. The next set, we're gonna be in verse 39. We're gonna read this. This is excellent, all right. But let's stick with to the format. So now he's gonna jump to verse 39 in the Hebrew first. That's why we're saying that, because he has to read it in the Hebrew first, so we can get that. Then we'll translate it. All right. So go ahead, brother.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter. Okay.
Just letting you know.
Most High Christ. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 39. Ra'awa. Aitha kaya anya hawa'a wa ayan alahayam amadia anya amadia amayaf wa athia wa akia makatazathia.
Verse one?
Verse 39, the third row, second word.
Verse 39.
Thea.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Let me get down to it. Oh, you know what this word is here? The root word. If you scroll down, it'll tell you what the root word is. Scroll down. No, scroll down. You should see it right. My bad. Wrong thing. Get rid of that. Yeah, it out. It's right. Where is it? I just seen it. It says, I wound. Where is it at? The part where it says, I wound. See now that I am he.
There is no God with me. With me, I kill, I make alive.
There we go. I wound. Look at that root word. What's that? Makatazar. So what it says is Makatazathia. Mm-hmm.
Most High Christ. I remember that, and I'll never forget that name.
Mm-hmm.
Word up. Okay. Makat, Tizafia, wa Anya, Arapa'a, wa Ayan, Mayadia, Matazayol. Verse 40, Kaya, Asha'a, Al, Shamyam, Yadia, wa Amorathia, Kaya, Anuncia, La Ilum. Verse 41. Shanawathia, Barak, Karabia, Watha Akza. Let me look at that one. Akza. That's the root word is Akza.
Yeah, what verse now?
This is verse 41. I'm looking at this word here. Wata'akza. What's the
word is akaz.
Akaz.
So it's wata'akaz.
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 Wata'akaz. Okay, let me look down at that. Okay, there it is. Okay. Wata'akaz. Bamashapat. Yadia. Aishayab. Bakwum. La Tazaraya. Wala Mashana Aya. Ashalom. Verse 42. Ashakayar. Katazaya. Katazaya. Madam. Wakarabia. Tha'akol. Bashar. Madam. Kolol. Waishabia. Mara'ash. Para'aiwath. Awayab. Verse 43. Hara Nayanwa. Gawayam. Aimawa Kaya. Dam. Ibadiawa. Yakawam. Yanakwam. Yashayab. Yashayab. Lataza Rayawa. Wakapar. Adamathwa. Imawa. Verse 44. Wayaba'a Masha. Wayadabar a Ath Kal. Dabaria. Hashaya Ra. Haza'ath. Ba'azanya. Ha'aim. Hawa'a. Washai. Yahawashai. I always mess that up. I don't know why. Yahawashai. Bun. Nayan. Oh, that's Nun's name in the Hebrew. Nayan.
Verse.
Verse 44, the last word. Son of Nun. That's Nawan.
Come on, the one. Yep.
Come on, sir. Okay, I just wanted to make
you started at 39, right?
Yeah, we started at 39. So 45 is the last one. Con, sir. Verse 45. Wayakal, Masha, Ladabar, Afkal, Hadabarium, Ha'Allah, Al-Kal, Yasha'Allah. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 39 in English. See how that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Now that's deep right there, because first off, now Yanazar, fake Israelites look at this and try to use this to say that Christ, that Christ, can't be who he is, because it says there's no God with me. So why y'all worshiping Christ? I mean, first off, you want to tell him, Yanazar? You all right. First off, we don't worship Christ. That's number one. Okay. Christ was a man. Christ was a man just like me, just like this brother, just like any other brother that walks the earth. Christ was a man. Do we give praise to Christ? Absolutely. The same way the women gave praise to King David when he came back after he had killed his 10,000s. Okay. We give him honor for what he did for us. The same way we give honor to who else? Commander General Yohanan, General Mahayman, General Mayak, General Haas, General Shalimar, General Q, you know what I'm saying? General Kathungabar. We give praise to the captains above us. We give praise to the 7 heads. They ain't even in the school no more. Please.
And I think they worshiped the Most High and King David, but it's different levels of what we call worship. You don't worship Christ the way you worship the Most High. Is a difference. You give reverence and credit to Christ for what he did, and he is our king.
Right, and what did Christ say? And that's the important thing with this verse. The Most High said what? He said, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. There's no power with me. Guess what? That's absolutely true. What does it mean? It means that there's no power on his level. There's no one that can match him. There's no one with me, right? And also that all power comes from him. He says it further on, I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal, and neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Did Christ say that he was powerful on his own?
He said, I come not of my own.
Mm-hmm.
I come from my Father who sent me.
Right.
Meaning the Most High gave him that power.
That's right.
He didn't have that power of himself. He was born just like any other man, right, with us from a seed and through a woman. That's right. That's how Christ was born. And had not the Most High given him those powers, and Christ never neglected to remind people of that. Mm-hmm. You understand? Why callest thou me good? There is none good but the Father. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So
excellent precept.
You understand? So don't try to act like Christ and God is the same. That is some man-made nonsense. Damn right. And we should stay away from that. It's very dangerous because it misleads our people. And our people are confused. They don't even know who God is in reality because of the Christian church, of course. And that's all I got to say on that.
That's right. Read on.
Okay. And then any that can deliver out of my hand. Verse 40, for I lift up my hand to heaven, and I say, I live forever. Verse 41, if I whet my glittering sword, and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies, and will reward them that hate me. Wee! Boy, see, this is the kind of stuff I like to read. Because look at in this kingdom, sir, you know, we have to hate this kingdom. This kingdom is so wicked. It is beyond anything that I could ever have imagined. Had I not come into this truth, I would have never understood the depth of the wickedness that goes on in this kingdom. And they are worthy of every punishment the Most High has in store for them.
That's right.
They hate the Most High, man. Ain't that something? Like, the first time I heard that, I was like, how the hell do you hate God? Like, I didn't understand that, but I do now. I do now. Most High in Christ. Verse 42, I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives, from the beginning of revenge upon the enemy. Verse 43. I love this. Rejoice, O ye nations, with this people, with his people. Meaning, have fun with us now. Do what you're doing to us now. It's okay. For he will avenge the blood of his servants. You're having fun destroying Israelites, turning our women into whores. You're having a good time. You're making money off of it. You're shaming us and scorning us in front of the earth, all over the earth. But you got a punishment coming to you. You understand? For he will avenge the blood of his servants and will render vengeance to his adversaries. And if you're the adversaries of his children, you're his adversaries. If you're an adversary of Christ, you're his adversary. And will be merciful unto his land and unto his people and to his people. You understand? Verse 44, and Moses came and spake all the words of this song in the ears of the people. He and Hosea, the son of Nun. Verse 45, and Moses made no end of speaking all these words to all Israel. Like, before any of this even happened, man, the Most High already proclaimed what was going to go down, man. You understand what I'm saying? But at this point, Israel had a choice whether they was going to obey or disobey. But the Most High already knew what was going to go down, and that your enemies was going to do things to you that was worthy of vengeance. Right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 46 in the Hebrew. Wayamar alaham ayamwa Lababa Kum, Lakal, Hadabarium, Ashar, Anuncia, Ma'ayad, Bakam, Hayawum, Ashar, Fatazawum, Af, Banyakam, La Shamar, La Aishawaf, Af, Kal, Dabaria, Hafa, Wara, Hazaaf. Verse 47. Kaya, La'a, Dabar, Rak, or Raka, Hawa'a, Makam, Hawa'a, Hayayakam, Wad, Wabad, Wabadabar, Hazah, Fa Arayam Kawa, let me look. What word is that? Is Fa Arayakawa. Because, okay, the root word is Araka or Arak. Fa Arak Yakawa. That's how you say it. Fa Arak Yakawa. Yum Yum Al Ha Adama Ashar Atham Ibarium Af Hayaradan Shema Larashafa. Verse 48. Wayadabar Yahweh al Mashah Ba'ai Tazum Hayawum Hazah La Amor. Verse 49. Allah al Har Ha'ai Barium Hazah Har Nabawa Ashar Ba'aratazar Mawa'ab Ashar al Panya Yarakawa Wara'a Ath Aratazar Kana'ain verse 49.
Wait. Did you stop at 45?
We started at 46. I started reading the Hebrew again at 46.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
I got you on the third set now.
okay. Concert.
Most High in Christ. So throw out of you.
Most High in Christ. Allah, Al, Har, Ibarium, Hazah, Har, Nabawa, Ashar, Ba'aratazar, Awa'ab, Mawa'ab, Salakia, Ashar, Al, Panya, Yarakwa, Wara'af, Af, Aratazar, Ka'ain, Kana'in, Ashar, that's Canaan, Anya, Nathan, Labunya, Yasha'ala, La'a, Kaza, La'a, Kaza, Kaza. I guess 51 to do that.
Mm-hmm. You started at 46, right?
Concert.
52.
52. Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 50 in the Hebrew. Wamath, Bahar, Ashar, Athah, Ilah, Shema, Waha, Asak, Al, Amyaka, Ashar, Math, Aharon, Akyaka, or Akyaka, is that Akyaka? Yeah. Bahar, Hahar, Waya, Asak, Waya, Asak, Al, what? I'm your what? Verse 51. Al Ashar Ma'ai Lathum Baya Bakawaka or Bakawak Banya Yasha'ala Bamaya Mara Yabah Kodash Madabar Tazan Al Ashar La'ah Kodash Shafan Kodash Shabam Awafia Bath the Waka Banya Yasha Allah. Verse 52. Kaya Managad Fara'a Af Arataza Washama La'a Babawa'a Al Arataza Ashar Anya Nathan Labanya Yasha Allah. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 46 in English. And he said unto them, set your hearts unto all the words which I testify among you this day, which ye shall command your children to observe to do. All the words of this law. All the words of this law. Verse 47. For it is not a vain thing for you. Meaning that it's very valuable. It's not worthless, man. Because it is your life, man. That's deep. This law is your life, man. And we say it in the Isupk over and over, man, until people really understand what this means, man. This is very important to understand. This law is our life, man. We will never survive. We will never prosper without this law, man. That's what it means, man. And through this thing ye shall prolong your days in the land, whether ye go over Jordan to possess. 48. And the Lord spake unto Moses that selfsame day, saying, verse 49, get thee up into this mountain, Abarim, unto Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, that is over against Jericho, and behold the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel for a possession. Verse 50. And die in the mount whither you goest up, and be gathered unto thy people as Aaron thy brother died in Mount Hor, and was gathered unto his people. Verse 51. Because ye trespassed against me among the children of Israel at the waters of Meribah, Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin, because ye sanctified me not in the midst of the children of Israel. This is talking about when Moses took credit for the fountain of water that the Most High had produced for the children of Israel when they were thirsty.
Michael?
Salakia. All this time. I must have turned it off by accident. And this is when Moses made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? And see, the Most High is not a respecter of person. Even though Moses is the nearest to God, Moses was held accountable for that error because the Most High has no respect of persons. And even though Moses has a higher position, he still is subject to the punishment, man. There's no respect of persons, man. And that's the thing in Israel that we should love that. If a man has a high position in Israel, he's more accountable than the little man. Whereas in this world, it's the opposite. The little man is held more accountable than the big man. And that is absolute wickedness, man. We don't have that in our law. Verse 52. Yet thou shalt see the land before thee, but thou shalt not go thither unto the land which I give the children of Israel. And because of this error that Moses made and all the great things that he did for the Most High and for the children of Israel, well, really the Most High did for him, Salakia, and the children of Israel, he still was subject, you understand, to discipline. And these things like this, I always, I take note of in my heart because, well, in my mind, because we don't have this. Look at Trump, all of the wickedness that he's done in this earth, and he gets away with all of it. He thinks he's getting away with it. You understand? Because he got money, and he makes these behind under the table deals. And even the top law enforcement agencies in America can't touch this man. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's the difference. All of the state of New York, everybody, they resigned themselves to be able to prosecute this man.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And all this money that was spent over these years gathering all these evidence and all these investigations, it's just bullshit. It's bullshit. Salakia, that's what it is. It's just some stuff to tell us.
Mm-hmm.
Salakia. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Waza'af habarakah ashar barak masha ayash ha alahayim af banya yasha'ala lapanya mawathwa. Verse 2. Waya amar Yahweh Masayanya Ba'a Bazarak Masha Ayar Lamwa Hawa Payai Hawa Payai Mahar Ba'aran Wa Atha Mara Babath Kodash my yum nawa. Okay, from his right hand. I'll get ready to say, okay. Ashadath Lamwa. Verse 3. Up. Kabab. Amayam Kal Kodashyawa. Bayadaka Waham Thakawa Lara Galad Galak Wara Galaka Yasha'a Mandabarathiaka. Verse 4. Thawara Tazawa Lanawa Masha Mawa Rasha Kwahalath Yaikwab. Verse 5. Wayahaya Bayasharawan Malak Bahatha Asap Ra'ashia Aim Yakad Shabbatia Yasha'ala. Verse 6. Yahaya Ra'awabam Wa'al Yamak Wayahaya Mathiawa Masapar. And verse 7. Was A'ath Laya Hawada, Waya Amar, Shamwa, no, Shemai, Salakia, Shemai, Yahweh, Kawal, Yahawada, Salakia, Yahawada, Wa'al, Imawa, Thabaya Anawa. 37, third line, first word. Thabaya Anawa. 33 and 7. Salakia, sir.
Good.
Okay. Bab Thabaya Anwa. Yadawa. Bayanawa. That's what I said the first time. Oh, I was right the first time. Yadaya wa. Rab Lawa. Wa Izar. Matazaria wa. Fahaya. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, 33 and 1, Salakia. Chapter 33, verse 1 in English. And this is the blessing wherewith Moses, the man of God, blessed the children of Israel before his death. Verse 2. And he said, the Lord came from Sinai and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000 of saints. From his right hand went a fiery law for them. Yea, verse 3. Yea, he loves the people, all his saints are in thy hand. And they sat down at thy feet, every one shall receive thy words. Of thy words. Verse 4. Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob. And he was king in Jeshurun. Verse 5. Salakia. Verse 5. And he was king in Jeshurun, when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together. Verse 6. Let Reuben live and not die, and let not his men be few. Verse 7. And this is the blessing of Judah. And he said, hear, Lord, the voice of Judah, and bring him unto his people. Let his hands be sufficient for him, and be thou an help to him from his enemies. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 8 in the Hebrew. Waloel, waya, amar, famayaka, wa'awariaka, la ayash, kasayadika.
Verse 8.
Yeah. Second line, second word. Kasayaka. Sayadika. Kasayadika. Kasayadika.
Oh, I see. Might be Kasayadka.
Masayadika.
33 and 8, right?
Karanka.
That might be Kasayadka.
Let me see. Yeah. Kasayak. The root word is kasayak. Kasayad.
Mm-hmm.
Kasayadka. Kasayadka. I'm getting it. Kasayadka. Ashar. Nasayathwa, Wamasa, Tharayabahawa, Al, Maya, Marayaba, verse 9, Ha'amar, La Abiyawa, Wala Amwa, La A, Ra'ayathiyawa, Wa'af, Akayawa, La A, Haikayar, Wa'af, Banwa, La A, Yadai, Kaya, Shemarwa, Amarathaka, Wabariathaka, Yanat Tazarawa. Verse 10. Yawa Rawa. Yawa Rawa. Mashapatiaka. Laya Aikwab. Watha Warafaka. La Yasha Allah. Yashayamwa. Quatarawa, Ba'apak, Wakalayo, Al, Mazabakad, Bakaka, Mazabakak. Verse 11, Barak, Yahweh, Kayalawa, Wapa'al, Yadayawa, Tharataza, Makataza, Mathunya, Kwamayamwa, Kwamyawa, Wamashana Ayawa, Mun, Yakwawam one. Yakwawam one. Verse 12. Labanyaman. Labanyaman. That's Labanyaman. Labanyaman. Okay, that's Benyamin, right? It's supposed to be Benyamin, right? This, verse 33, the first word. Verse 12, I mean. Labanyam. Labanyam.
You say Benyamin.
Okay. Labanyam. Banyaman. But it has the mun. Okay.
No, you say Benyamin.
Benyamin.
Yeah, that's right.
Amor. Yadiyad. Yahweh. Yashakun. Labatak. Aliyawa. Kapap. Aliyawa. Kal. Hayawum. Wabayum. Kafia Payawa. Shakun. Verse 13. Walia wasap. Walia sap. I can't get it. Yes. Walia wasap. Amar. Mabarakath. Yahweh. Aratazawa. Mama God. Shamyam. Matol. Wamath. Fathawam, ma wama fa hawa. Rabbi If, the kaf. 14 is the last one, of course. Verse 14. Wa mama God, Thaba wa af, Shamash, wa mama God, Garash, Yara Kayum. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 8 in English. And of Levi, he said, let thy Thummim and thy Urim be with thy Holy One, whom thou didst prove at Massah, and with whom thou didst strive of the waters of Meribah. Verse 9, who said unto his father and to his mother, I have not seen him, neither did he acknowledge his brethren, nor knew his own children, for they have observed thy word and kept thy covenant. I need a break. Verse 10, they shall teach Jacob thy judgments and Israel thy law. They shall put incense before thee and whole burnt sacrifices upon thine altar. Verse 11, bless.
So he's blessing his sons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so as we go, exactly, Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob. Right, so let's Salakia. And he said that he shot from Mount Paran. Yeah, he loved the people. Yeah, it's blessings to each tribe. You know what I'm saying? He was the king in Jeshurun when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together. Let Reuben live and not die, and let not his men be few. And this is the blessing of Judah. So he's just running down, giving the blessings for each tribe. Go ahead.
Okay. So this whole thing, 8 and 9, is pertaining to
Levi.
Okay, I get it, because he don't have an inheritance.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it now. I got it. Verse 10, they shall teach Jacob thy judgment and Israel thy law. They shall put incense before thee and whole burnt sacrifices upon thy
That's
altar.
their job. That's their blessing. Go ahead.
Most High in Christ. Verse 11, bless, Lord, his substance, and accept the work of his hand. Smite through the loins of them that rise against him, and of them that hate him, that they rise not again.
Mm-hmm.
So all those things that you've done to those Haitians,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get recompense for that.
That's right.
You understand? Verse 12, and of Benjamin he said, the beloved of the Lord shall dwell in safety by him, and the Lord shall cover him all the days long, and he shall dwell between his shoulders. Verse 13, and of Joseph he said, blessed of the Lord be his land, for the precious things of heaven, for the dew, and for the deep that coucheth beneath. So he's going to be by the water, right? By the sea.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Verse 14, and for the precious fruits brought forth by the sun, and for the precious things put forth by the moon.
Okay. Most High in Christ. I'm going to actually read the next set. That's Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 15. Let me go ahead and read it in the Hebrew. It's been a while, so bear with me. Come on. Oh boy.
Mine is acting up. I can't even get to
Yeah, mine too. Oh, no, there we go. Count the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 15. Salakia. Wa mara'ash. Hararaya. Quadum. Wa mama God. Gabaywath. Iwalam. Verse 16. Wa mama God. Arataza. Wa mala'ah. Oratazawan. Shakunya. Sana. Slakia. Thabawa Ath. Slakia. Thabawa Atha. Laraash. Yawasap. Wala. Quadaquad. Nazayat. Slakia. Nazayar. Akiwa. Verse 17. Bakawar. Shawarwa. Hadar. Lawa. Wakwarunya. Ra'am. Korunyawa. Baham. Imayum. Yanagach. Yakadwa. Apasaya. Arataza. Waham. Rababawath. Aparium. Waham. Alapia. Manasha. Verse 18. Wala Slakia. I think it's supposed to be Zebulun.
Yeah, Wala Zebulun.
Zabalawan. Wala Zabalawan. See, this one says Zabawalun, but it's Zabalawan. I'm gonna get some clarification on why they switch up sometimes, but it's Zabalawan. Amar. Shamak. Zabalawan. Ba Tazaathka. Wayashash Slakia. Wayashashakar. There we go. Issachar. Wayashashakar. Ba'aholyaka. Verse 19. Imayum. Har. Yakara Awa. Shum. Yazabakwa. Zabakya. Tazadak. Kaya. Shapai. Yamayum. Yayanakwa. Wayashapawanya. Tamawanya. Kawal. Verse 20. Walagad. Amar. So I can make sure I get this right. Barawak. Marakayab. God. Kalabaya. Shakun. Watarap. Zarawai. Op. Quadaquad. I started at verse 15. Waira'a. Ra'ashayath. Lawa. Kaya. Shum. Kalakwath. Makakwak. Sapawan. Wayatha'a. Ra'ashya. Aim. Tazadak. Tazadakwath. Yahawa. Aisha. Wamashapatyawa. Aim. Yasha'ala. It's the end of verse 21 in the Hebrew. You pick it up at verse 15 in the English.
Sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 15 in English. For the chief things of the ancient mountains, and for the precious things of the lasting hills, and for precious things of the earth and fullness thereof, and for the good will of him that dwelleth in the bush. Let the blessings come upon the head of Joseph, and upon the top of the head of him that was separated from his brethren. Verse 17. His glory is like the firstling of his bullock, and his horns are like the horns of unicorn. With them he shall push the people together to the ends of the earth, and they are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh. 18. And of Zebulun he said, rejoice, Zebulun, in thy going out, and Issachar in thy tents. So that means they living close together.
I'm not too sure if that particularly means that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give you, I don't want to give you the wrong information. But we can just ask for a general breakdown on the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we know what's going on. It's all blessings, but to get the specifics of what's meant by each blessing, we might need to get a breakdown on it.
Verse 20. And of Gad he said, blessed be
19. I don't think you read 19.
Salakia, I did not. Salakia. Verse 19. They shall call the people unto the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall suck of the abundance of the seas, and the treasures hid in the sand.
That sounds like they're going to be on the coast.
Yeah. Panama, Central America. Hey, right next to the Issachar, right? Mm-hmm. Most High in Christ. Verse 20. And of Gad he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad. He dwelleth as a lion, and teareth the arm with the crown of his head. Verse 21. He provided the first part for himself, because there in a portion of the lawgiver was he seated. And he came with the heads of the people. He executed the justice of the Lord and his judgments with Israel. That's it, right? You start with the Hebrew again.
Yeah, verse 21 was the end.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 22. Waladan Amar, done, Kawar, Araya, Yazabak, Yazanqua, Mun, Habashan. Verse 23. Wala Napatholia. Oh. Napathalia. Wala Napathalia. Amar. Napathalia. Shabai. Ratazawun. Wamala'a. Barakath. Yahweh. Yum. Yadarawum. Yarasha. Verse 24. Wala Ashar, Amar, Barawak, Mabunyam, Ashar, Yahaya, Ratazawaya, Akiwa, Watabol, Bashaman, Ragalawa. Verse 25. Barazal, Wanakashath, Manailiaka, Wakaya Mayaka, Dabaaka. Verse 26. Ayan, Baal, Yasharawan, Rakab, Shamayam, Ba'aizarak. ba Azaraka, waba ga'a wathwa, shakwa, shakakwayam. 28 should be the last one, right? Verse 27. Ma'aina ala haya, no, ala haya khan, kadum, wama thasa, zara'aith, iwalam, wayagarash, bapanyaka, iwayab, waya amar, ha shamad. Verse 38. Verse 28. Wayash shakan, yasha'ala, batak, badad, ayun, ya iquab al aratazar, the gun, watha ya rawash up, shamayawa, ya I rapawa tall. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 22 in English. And of Dan, he said, Dan is a lion's whelp. He shall leap from Bashan. And of Naphtali, he said, of Naphtali, satisfied with favor and full with the blessings of the Lord, possess thou the west and the south. Verse 24, and of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children, let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let his dip his foot in oil. Who's in Christ? Man. That was 24. Verse 25, thy shoes shall be iron and brass, and as thy days, so shall thy strength be. Verse 26, there is none. Ooh, I love this one right here. These next few scriptures, man. I had, if I may, I asked General Hyman about this, and he broke this down for me. Okay, almost in Christ. There is none like unto the God of Jeshurun. Jeshurun being like a nickname for Israel, who rideth upon the heavens in thy help, and in his excellency on the skies. This is reference to what we call flying saucers or UFOs or IFOs. Who rideth upon the heavens in thy help. So whatever he's riding on is our help, or whatever he's riding in is our help. Verse 27, the eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. And he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee and shall destroy them. So these same things that he's riding, or the angels are riding in, you understand, and Christ is going to be used to destroy our enemies, man. Right. And this is all throughout this Bible, but this was the one that I really got to understanding directly from General Hyman, man. And I'll never forget that, because he broke it down, and I'll never forget it. Okay. And he shall destroy them. You understand? You got something coming to you. Verse 28, Israel shall then dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. Also, his heavens shall drop down dew. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 29. And if I'm not mistaken, bro, I think we've done it. You got to finish. This is the last verse, right? Nah, because we read
in the last one, we read what? 3 sets of 7.
Yeah.
We read 21 verses.
Come.
From 32 all the way to, what was it, 50?
Okay, so that's 29 and 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
And we done blazed through the joint.
Okay.
Those we just make sure, right? Because it's 28 verses
No,
we just
you're
read.
right. Though.
Yeah.
We did.
21. What?
49.
7.
Come.
Hey, what's that Christ?
Yeah, that went quick.
Didn't it? Most High in Christ. Okay. So we did 7 sets of 7. So we just ended the book of Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 28. So next week we'll be picking it up at the book of Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 29. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 29. All right. So make sure, you know what I'm saying, you got all your questions ready and everything.
That's the last verse.
No matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, no matter.
So we're going to start here, and then we're going to go into
Yep.
the next chapter.
Yep.
Most High in Christ. I got it.
Yeah, so make sure you got your questions ready next week and everything. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep going and keep learning more, man. We're getting into the good, into a good part. I mean, it's all good. You know what I mean? But really, our nation is being like established. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna start getting into some of the more some you know what I'm saying, some more breakdowns and understanding of what it was like at that time. You know what I'm saying? To be in our kingdom. You know what I'm saying? To be in our land. You know, that's what we're gonna start to get a glimpse of. You know what I'm saying? In our culture from that standpoint and that viewpoint. All right. So before we clip, is anything you want to bring on, Yanazar? Come, Most High in Christ. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and begin to clip it. Just up here, imodium, which means to stand. If you can hit the horn, Baba Kusha. Okay. Men of Israel, gird thyselves and prepare to salute the Torah. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barak Yah. Men of Israel, Apanya Akadam, which means turn your face to east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Yanawa, Wala, Taba'ayan. Ayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abo, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Malakwa, Waha'ala, Wahafiparis, Iwalamium,
Amen. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
The prayer for the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kisha. Nathan
Lenawa. Hakak.
La Para'ah.
La Para'ah.
Kal
Kal
Makala.
Makala.
Wakal Madawa.
Wakal Madawa. Hakak.
La Tahar.
La Tahar.
Hamatazarayam.
Hamatazarayim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La Hakwiyam.
La Hakwiyam. Hamathium,
Hakak,
Hakak,
Al-Rarakawath,
Awakawath,
Hatama'ala,
Hatama'ala,
Lagarashan,
Lagarshan,
Bahashim Yahushai,
Bashim Yahushai,
Wada Aman.
the water Amun. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it.
Pray for the blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Wa Yahushai,
Wa Yahushai,
Wa Mayaka
Wa
Allah,
Mayaka Allah,
Wa
Wa
Alahayam,
Alahayim,
Matazabaya'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapium, Hasaranyam, Ha Quatazayanyam, Ha Koyayoyum, Wa Hagwatium, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Tawada Aman.
Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, Commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it.
The 121st Psalm in Hebrew. Aisha'ah,
Aisha'ah,
Ayanya,
Yanya,
Al-Haharium,
Aharium,
Mahayan,
Mahayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Izaria,
Izaria,
Ma'aim,
Ma'aim,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shemayim,
Shemayim,
Wa'aratazah,
Wa'aratazah,
Al-Yathan,
Al-Yathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regolka,
Regolka,
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hanala'ah,
Hanala'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yasha'ala,
Sha'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Al-Yad,
Al-Yad,
Yamyaka,
Yamyaka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Balayala,
Balayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Shamarka,
Makal Rai,
Makal Rai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Athnapashka,
Athnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Taza'atka,
Taza'atka,
Wawa'atka,
Wawa'atka,
Mayatha,
Ma'atha,
Wa'aid, Iwalam.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
The 83rd Psalm in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Fakarash,
Al-Fakarash,
Al-Fashakwat,
Al-Fashakwat,
Al-Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Al-Wabiaka,
Ayabika,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Imrika, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Ya'aitazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakinam, Magolia, Wala'ah, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Now Tazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Barayah, Yakarathwa, Aholia, Alawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagariam, Gabol, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palashath, I'm Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Panakol, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan, Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, Adama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yabmawa, Ka'arab, Wakazabak, Wakatazo, Mana'ai, Ka'unisaya Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayam, Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Kagogala,
Gogala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanyarawaka,
Lapanyarawaka,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Tabiaira,
Tabiaira,
Yaira,
Yaira,
Wakalahaba,
Kalahaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradapma,
Daradapma,
Basairaka,
Basairaka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapafka,
Wapafka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'ah,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Wayabakwaswa,
Wayabakwaswa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabaswa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Aida Ai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadayawa,
Wayadayawa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Atha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al Yawan,
Ayawan,
Al Kal, Ha'aratazar.
Al-Kal Ha'aratazah. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Orab and like Zaab, yea, all their princes, as the Ba and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their face with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Men of Israel. Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Abajim, Shabbat, Imadim, Barak, Yahweh, Salakia, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabbat,
Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabbat.
Yajimatah, clap this man. That's on crack. Oh, what is that? Bon Coyote, he said like sometimes you take